Here in Asheville, all the brewers are really excited and really thrilled to, win the Beer City poll for 3 years in a row. And it's really cool to see some national accreditation. It's such a great beer city because a lot of the people here support local beer. It's a local crafted artisan style product. This is a huge art city, and people like to experience art through culinary or through beer, through music. It's a very vibrant city, a lot of different backgrounds. And I think Asheville, with it just being nestled in this little valley here, a lot of people just want to keep everything local. You get outside of Asheville some, and a lot of people have heard of the beer scene here, but it's not quite the same as hearing about it and then coming and experiencing it for yourself, which is a lot of different breweries, a lot of beers that you never even know about.
I never even thought about the mechanical side of all this stuff until I started, where you do, troubleshooting pumps and boilers and condensate units. 50% of what we brew is IPA, just because that's exactly what people want, and you don't really need a system like this to brew IPA, but it's cool to have. Gives us a lot of opportunities to do a lot of other stuff.
We started making the Pilsner because Marcos is a pizza place in town. Pilsner's the perfect pizza beer. So we made it basically for him, and now it's gotten more and more popular, which I really like that people, it's because it's a different taste. It's like, it's easy to, not necessarily, but it's easy to like hoppy beers.
Lagers should really be a very clean as a whistle beer, but then you might end up with a beer that's kind of boring and flat because it's clean, it only has some hops in it, and then by doing the decoction, which is what the Germans have done, but are doing less for economical reasons, you intensify the maltiness. So you bring up the flavor and you make it all more bold and interesting.
My name is Chris Richards. I'm the head brewer here at French Broad Brewing Company in Asheville. We've been around for about 10 years now. A lot of different types of beer throughout the state. What we're doing here in Asheville might be a little different than what Big Boss and Triangle we're doing out in Raleigh and Durham. And so that's even different than what's going on in Wilmington or at the beach.
These are East Kent Golding and Northern Brewers.
Okay.
And this is our 15-minute pitch, which will be mostly aroma at this point. And then we'll have one more pitch at knockout, which will be 15 minutes from now. Smells great, huh?
Yep. It's great. It is a large state. A lot of good beer, but I don't think many people really know it yet.
Are we on?
We're on.
Are we live?
We're always live.
Cool, man.
We have our porter, an ESB, and a stout at all times. We have our pale for seasonal right now, and we always rotate our cask beers and do specialty small batches. Actually, our assistant brewer likes to do 10 or 15 gallon batches and we put them on the tap to see if people like them. He's been doing a historical series recently with recipes that are 200 or 300 years old that he found from the Whitbread Brewery. So he did the original recipes for IPA, porter from the 1700s. What we have on cask right now is our rum stout.
All right. We are now tapping the very last keg from our cellar of our extremely highly sought after, very special Imperial Stout from last winter called The Dweller. And no one wants it. So this is Green Man. What are y'all doing?
Well, I think the city's finally realized that we have actually upped the tourist attraction. Because Highland itself is a big destination at this point, especially the new tasting room. So people here really dig the local stuff, local produce, local beer. We've got a lot of passionate consumers here in Asheville.
And most of these are white wine barrels. It's special event beers, like if one of these bars is having one of the beer week things, National Beer Week, we'll send a keg of one of these over there.
the Asheville Brewers Alliance is to represent ourselves with the city of Asheville, because we have issues sometimes with permits and things like that. So, we wanted to have a voice.
We're Lexington Avenue Brewery, known as The Lab, located in downtown Asheville. Our beers are only distributed here. We plan on expanding our brewing facility, hopefully in about a year, spring of 2012. Being a small city and then having a couple of breweries that started out, people just got on board and started doing the local thing earlier than a lot of places, and so it's just caught on.
See, this is fermented. We just made this beer yesterday.
Okay.
But it's actively fermenting, so that yeast is like it's eating sugar and it's blowing a lot of gas up through the beer.
We have those 4 fermenters downstairs and the six serving tanks up here. We're doing natural carbonation. We're doing about 80% of carbonation is natural.
This is a raspberry wheat ale.
We go from having the retirees traveling around and coming in, grabbing lunch, a couple of beers, all the way to the people that just turned 21 that are just learning how to drink beer.
They drink a lot of beer around here. For the longest, we only served out of our 2 places. We just recently started doing distribution. As soon as we get all of our expansion finished, we'll be distributed throughout the 12 counties in western North Carolina. The Fire Escape, which is our jalapeno pale, we've got a lot of restaurants that are chomping at the bit for it. So hopefully we'll be able to get work things out where we'll be distributing it pretty soon.
Organic and tomatoes with our Rocky Grill lager.
Last one.
Yes.
Since American Craft Beer Week, we decided to do all Promessa Reserve Series beers this weekend.
Today we're doing a small batch brew that our sales and marketing coordinator, Simone, wanted to come up with. It's our first brew day, so we're working on it together. It's going to be a pomegranate, agave, Hefeweizen.
Asheville is very big on local produce, local meats, local music, everything owned by local entrepreneurs. Being Beer City, USA is more than just how many breweries you have. It's like beer culture, beer education. There's a lot of good beer out there. A lot of it's here, so even for us local breweries, tap space is still at a premium. You have to do what you do to get your name out because it is a very crowded market here.
We left this wort in our lauter tun for about a week. So as air was circulating through the brewery, wild yeast was able to fall into the wort, and then we transferred it to this tank where it's going to sit in here for about a year and then most likely go to oak barrels and age for at least another year. We're really trying to keep it real by doing a lot of small stuff for the tasting room these days and keep people up here in Asheville happy with diversifying beers.
My own personal thing is I like your local little brewery. Bingo. Not going to get any bigger. If you like it, come there.
Hey man, how are you? We've got a lot of beer geeks around this town.
Yeah.
Hey, no, we're gonna cancel this. Cancel this. No, this is good. Edit this out. Edit this out.
We've got a very broad demographic. If you really get to come taste of Asheville, get a taste of Asheville. It's a community.
This is Asheville. This is what we do.
That's what's so good about it is that we're still growing and we're still getting the word out there, and everything's still fresh, and I think that's why we've hit a whole nother level of growth of breweries in North Carolina.
See you later.
Bye.